Hey Carissa, I just ran your file that you sent me through the validator. One thing you have it saved as what was it saved as? HTM, and even though you can do either one, for whatever reason, my system didn't recognize that. So I suggest making it HTML because I had to actually go in there and change the file name. So your extension where you have what.html or ATM, make sure you add that L to it, so it'll be .html. So down here, I already changed it to what.html. Um, and I'm also hoping that's the middle page because your first page should be index.html, the home page. But all right, so I have this. All right, so as I go through your document, I put it through the validator, and I'm getting a total different set um, of errors than what you sent me. You sent me this. The one you sent me is here where it has that table, but you don't have that table class page center anywhere in this document. So I'm assuming you've updated it since then. But we're still getting errors that we want to fix. So the errors that I'm seeing, so just to show you how to read this, so it says from line 69, column 137 to line 169. So it's really just saying on line 69, this is an issue. There's an issue with this. So if I go to line 69, and okay, so I'm in 69, and so I see you have a class of contrast. So it's not there, but it's saying right before the drinks in UL. And sometimes it'll tell you that there's an issue, but you won't know exactly where it is. But so you have UL class equals logo, then you have drinks, then you're closing UL. So remember, UL stands for unordered list. So when you're setting up a list, your UL would be, if I copy this real quick just to show you, okay. Yeah, I definitely see the error here. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm going to, just so we can see what's happening, I'm gonna move this out a little bit. Oops. And separate this. All right, so just so that you can see yours, what I'm gonna do is comment this out. This isn't the part that you're gonna do. You're actually gonna fix the error. I just don't wanna erase yours because I want you to see what's actually wrong. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna pretend this doesn't exist at the moment and pretend I'm actually setting up my list. So right now, if we look at your list, I'll move that down. You have UL class logo, but UL, this right here, this is this is the start of your list, okay? So first issue is you have a UL tag, right? So this is the UL element. Remember, all the list items should be inside of this. So that means that this UL right here would be, I'm in brackets, not in, what do you call it? Not in Dreamweaver, so it works different. Okay, so that means that this will look like this. This is why you guys see me separate my stuff so that you can actually tell. This is why I write it like this, and I put the spacing so you can see what's going on, because I have a feeling if you could see it, you'd know what's going on. So this UL, this starts the list, this ends the list. The way that you have it is you have UL here, you have the UL element here. There's nothing in between. You just have the UL element. So that's a major error. So you need to move that closing UL because the UL, this list, each list item sits inside of the UL. Okay, so that's one of the issues. Another issue is that you just have drinks. It's not in here as a list item. So you'll also want to make sure that you put this in as a list item. So if, let me just, I'm going to put this how I would have it. And that's, so when you're doing code, especially when you're first starting, you're going to want to make sure you have it where you can tell where stuff is. So your organization of it's going to be important for you, especially as a new web designer. Okay, so then you would have easily seen that, oh, drinks also needs to be in the UL tag. So you would take, just so that I don't bore you with my typing, I'm going to paste that, copy this, and paste this one. And so now what I like to do is I like to fix issues one at a time, okay? So I haven't even gone down here, which is actually, I think, all referring to here. Yeah, I think this whole error that you're getting is referring to this. Now, we'll get to the warnings in a second, but let's test this out real quick. So I'm going to choose a file because I already saw that these are the errors, right? See these errors? So if we focus on lines 1, I think we've solved lines 1 through 9. And if not, it's going to tell us whatever errors, okay, that we have. So 1 through 9, because 10 is yellow. So 1 through 9 are red. Those are the errors that we have to fix. All right, so I'm going to go back to file upload. I'm going to choose file. And I'm going to upload this again. And now I'm going to check it. And so, okay, so now we have a different set of errors. So we have resolved the other errors that it was showing. Now we have a new set that we have to solve. So I'm going to go to line 63 to line 65 and see what's going on there. All right, so look, we solved a lot, 1 through 9. All right, so 63 through 65. So here through here. Okay. All right, so it's telling us we have misplaced non-space characters inside of the table. And then it shows us wherever peanuts is, right here. Okay, so wherever nuts is. All right, so let's see. Table data. Let me see, table. Cannot recover after last error. Problems were ignored. Okay, so there's something that's an issue with this table. So 1, I'm going to troubleshoot the table. And this is easier to troubleshoot in Dreamweaver. I'm just in brackets because it takes up less memory while I'm sharing video. All right, so table looks good. All right, so then we have the table row, and then you have your table headers. That looks good. Then we have your table row. I'm just going to skim it real quick. We have table data, but again, so that I can see what's going on. Let me see. Oh, you did. Sweet. So you have this one organized well. Awesome. Okay. And then down here, let me just see. Ah, okay. So I think the issue is that you're missing a table row. And what I like to do is just fix issues as I see them. Because see, here's your open element, but you see you don't have a closing element. So I'm gonna, well, that was crazy. Where'd it go? I'm gonna go back to where I was. All right, and here, I'm gonna put that table row. So I'm gonna close out that element. I'm gonna save this. Oops. Hang on, I'm gonna undo real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna put that closing. All right. So now we have the closing table row. I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna do the file upload. Oops. Choose the file. What.html. So now again, we're looking at 1 and 2 and seeing if we have resolved 1 and 2, because it's going to give you different errors as you go. So when I hit check, use the message filtering. Okay, so we fixed an issue, which is the table row, which it would probably tell us about this issue next. But we still haven't fixed the issue about the non-breaking space. So let me see what's happening. I wonder if it's talking about this break tag. You have a break tag in here. Are you trying to see bold? Bold. Then you have break for butternut squash. I don't know if you're trying to break the line with this. So it would be butternut squash, break a line, butternut squash, and then everything else reads. Or did you even, yeah, because you have it everywhere else. Okay. All right, so we got to figure this out. Misplaced non-space character inside a table. So there is some character that's falling from line 64. 64 to line 65. I wonder if it's just talking about the space in between. Let's just see what's going on. Look at what we're seeing. Okay, so it's not showing me all of the code. All right, so that shouldn't be there. That's for sure. All right, so, and this is why I do that syntax like that. Let me see, let me save this. Let's just see. And I always like to check it just to see if we fixed it. And then what'll happen is if there are errors anywhere else, it'll tell us those errors after, as you saw before. So let's see. And let's check. Boom. Look, we fixed all the issues. Okay, so now you're seeing this blue warning. And warnings I'm not worried about. I'm more worried about red. So if you have yellow, it's not a big deal. Sometimes the yellow just means that it's a rule that is in the process of being built or being created. So it just says section lacks heading. With sections, I always like to use heading. So, but it's not a huge violation, but it's just saying, hey, you have a section, have a heading. So right here in section, typically what I would do is, just so that you can see, I would put maybe a, I'll just show you, and you do whatever you want. But maybe an H1 tag, and maybe I'll say, what are these? Are these drinks? Yeah, so I'll say drinks. All right, and then so it would be a H2 tag. Sorry. All right, so I'm gonna save this, and then so drinks would be like bold, like it is in a heading, and then it would list all of these drinks. So now I'm going to check it. Well, no, I'm going to upload the file. Hopefully I saved it. We'll know in a moment. Boom, look at that. You see that green? So we fixed all of the errors that are inside of your document. So that's what that was about. I wanted to do it live because all this to text back to you would be crazy. All right. So hopefully that was clear. Like I said, yours is going to look different because you're going to be in Dreamweaver, but it's the same process, same exact process, same exact code. I'm just using a different editor. So yeah, hopefully that was clear. That's how you're gonna clear your document and get it to be green. Thank you for contacting me. I like doing this stuff on the fly, so that was kind of cool. This video, you'll have it within a few seconds after it processes up in YouTube. So hopefully that helps you out. And let me know if you have any more issues. All right, I will talk to you soon. Oh, unless you want to see what it looks like. Hang on. Yeah, I did want to show you that. Oops. Okay. So I'm gonna, so just with the changes that I created and the changes that you're gonna create, this will be what your page will look like now. So see how I have drinks, and then it's still following the styles that you have on here. Now you're centering this, so this is why your dots are so far away, because bullets are gonna left the line. If you don't want those bullets to left the line, then take out that, take out this centering, and then just do, and I don't know what text align end is. That's not really, either you're gonna align to the left, right, center, or justify. Um, so you may want to fix that. So I will go through and look at all of my text align to maybe change those to fix that. But in any other words, we have fixed this. You can, do whatever you want with that, change it to whatever you like or whatever, or you don't even really need this one. You can just have the heading be the drinks, because that's what all these are down here. But that's up to you to do it however you want. Okay, I'm gone for real this time. All right, so this video process so that I can get it back to you. Hopefully that was helpful to you, and I'll talk to you soon.